Hello everyone, this is Richard G, and today we're going to be getting our next HM, which is Rock Smash. This is the most used HM in the game, so this is definitely a good place to be. Let's make our way in, and remember in the previous video I showed you a little glimpse spot and said we'd get back to it. We are going to it now. It is Sauna Cavern. So it's down here. Sauna Cavern is a two-part dungeon. The first part has 23 floors, and it's the first part that has a boss with the HM. The second part isn't required for the HM, just required to technically beat the dungeon. So, I'm just gonna focus on running, because a lot of these enemies can be a bit bulky, considering what level most people are going to be at this point. And even my Vibrava can struggle on some of these, especially the Zubats, so we're going to try here. I did buy some Reviver Seeds at the Kecleon shop. I brought those with. I also brought some Big Apples, but not just regular Big Apples. I only got the frozen ones, because those are the only kind at Kecleon. But, you know, we'll make do. And the reason why I actually run like I do is just because of how bulky these enemies can be. And all these Zubats. Zubats are kind of a pain because of their moves. They actually do have mean looks, so that'll put you in place. And then Confuse Ray as a combo, so it's harder to hit. They're kind of a pain to work with. So again, I try to run. As you can see there's a swine up. They appear here during certain times. Oh, jeez, confusion. Oh, good opportunity. Run! While getting money, of course. Okay, so now we're on 8F. This starts something else for us. From 8F to 15F, we can actually find secret rooms. So yeah, secret rooms, the only floors in this dungeon you actually find them are 8 through 15. So it's not even the later floors, it's kind of in the middle that you find them. And these secret rooms, if I heard correctly, as of right now, and they have a 3% chance to spawn. I personally have never found one before. And, so because of that, I actually had to do a bit of asking around, figuring out from those who have seen it, what are in them. From what I found out, what's in there typically is not worth it. Anything in there can be found in other dungeons without secret rooms. Lumberries, you know, those are in most secret rooms anyway. TM Payback, it's not really good TM to learn anyway, that's just selling quality. And then the other item I've heard about is the Firestone, which the Firestone is in this dungeon later on, just on the floor. Okay, so if you notice when I walked on the water, it burned me. Definitely, if you don't have one, you're gonna want one. Ross Scarf. If you can walk on water, you're gonna want a Ross Scarf, so that when you walk on the water, you don't get burned. And the enemies can also get burned. So Ross Scarfs can be found here on the later floors, typically. A bit rare, but a good find, definitely. Seeing those Pokemon are burned, because they don't have a Ross Scarf. We're just moving on. TM Rock Tomb. Just that is also found in Cliffside Cave, and these are the two dungeons where you can find that pretty much. It's actually a good early on move if you can learn it. Most Pokemon can learn it, especially for starters. Not all though. However, it's a 2-tile AoE, and for early on you don't get too many moves like that. So it's definitely a good find. Although it's not really super effective on anything here but the Zubats. At these floors, anyway. And, oh, jeez. Uh-oh, Vibrava! I can't do anything. Oh, I literally couldn't do anything because of the Zubat. Wow. So yeah, these Zubats are definitely going to be the biggest problem here. And the weather's not helping either. This fog, that's going to show up on a few floors because it's a sauna, there's going to be steam. That's kind of the justification there. So, we're trying to find the stairs. Not have much luck yet. I'll just keep searching around. There we go, there we go. Zubat again, good thing it missed. Gonna run, just gonna run. Well, the errors are inevitable today. But nonetheless, we're still alive. And I do have, I believe, 2 or 3 Reviver Seeds left. So, we should be able to get through this. There was one trap. Speaking of traps, there's one trap you'll find a lot here, and that is the poison trap. I've ran into that a lot. If you saw over there was a grimy food, that's pretty much your only source of food in this dungeon. So, that's why, like I said earlier, the big frozen apples, I bought those, and I am encored. Another move that's kind of painful here. And for the length of this place, it can be tricky. Well, we're in a tight spot here. A lot of Pokemon around, a lot of Zubats. This is gonna be tough, but we're gonna make a break for it. And I went in the water. But I think I can handle this from this angle, because they're only gonna go toward one tile. Good, that actually worked out. Now, if you saw earlier, I did find some money in the water. On these floors, you can find money in the water. That's about the only thing you're gonna find in the water at this point, though. Alright, last floor to find a secret room. And of course, it's not happening. You know, the secret rooms, I've never found one in this dungeon. They're very rare. And they have buffed the rate. It used to be 1%. They buffed it fairly recently to 3%. Regardless, it's still really hard to find. Okay, so the last floors now are going to have lava. And we're going to be seeing a lot more fire types as well as the grabblers. So, now we've got to deal with this. That's why I said there's a lot of variety in this dungeon, because you start out with, you know, there's Zubat, there's Machop, there's Swinub, there's Snubble, and there's even Slowpoke, so there's a lot of diversity, and then all of a sudden we go to pure fire. So, definitely a diversity, and I heard a Sparkle. You may think, oh, it could be a heart scale. Well, it could be. And these floors also hidden in the walls are money. Poke is in the walls. And I did not see the Sparkle, however, I'm gonna just waiting for it a little bit, just gonna heal up. But we're not seeing it, and we're not gonna wait all day for it. But it's likely money. There's a Roscarf. So Roscarf is found on these floors. So, definitely good to have, and if you can walk on lava, perfect. You're not going to get burned anymore. Also in the lava, actually, you can find Firestones. So this is where the Firestone is. Lava only. But, considering it's in this floor, why hunt for it in Secret Room? Seriously. I mean, the only reason it's going to be beneficial is if you're unable to go in the lava, but you could probably recruit something here. Also, there's eggs. So, with eggs, we haven't seen any yet, but they are on these lava floors. There are only 2 Pokemon that can be found in these eggs. And the Pokemon you get is based on where you find the egg. Land eggs are Torkoal, and then eggs you find in the lava are Slugma. And we warped a tile off there, so we're spawned. That happened. And my ability got negated there. Unable to levitate. Okay. There's Graveler, but we're just gonna avoid it. Okay, this will fight. So yeah, Graveler, of course they have Sturdy, so you're unable to one-shot them. But, I mean, if you leave them with 1 HP, just use a regular attack on them. Okay, we're just moving on. Another raw scarf. Good, good. Oh, we need to find the stairs. My limit for how long I can record is about to run out. I don't want to run out on the middle floor. Okay, we're good. Just gonna pause for a second here. Okay, we're back. So, what an interesting start to this floor. There's a lot of different ways to go about it. I think I'm gonna do this. Run up here, then attack. Perfect. That was a bit brutal. The first few floors can be a little tougher just because of how bulky things are and you don't get much EXP. Here things get better. This is where the good stuff is. But I'm just gonna take the stairs. Just to save your time, because this will take long. And right there's an egg in the lava. Now sometimes there's lava that is encased in wall, and you can find eggs in those too. So sometimes you need a ghost, not just a fire or a levitating Pokemon. Alright, just gonna move on. The Slugma do have smog, so that's one way to get poisoned. So even though Torkoal and Slugma can be found in the eggs, they also just spawn on the floor. Next floor, this is the last floor of the first part. And I'm getting low on this. Oh, alright, there we go. You notice there's actually quite a bit of EXP on this part, compared to the first part. The explosions are real. Somewhat of decent money, just laying around, that's good. There's the stairs. Just kill this Slugma so we're sure we're ready to go. Get ready for the boss. Oh wow, poison trap right there. Typical. Alright. It is time we face the boss. It is Rhydon. So Rhydon is what is going to give us our HM. Let's fight it. He can be a bit difficult. He's definitely got a lot of health on the line. You saw Bulldoze, but that doesn't affect Vibrava. He also has Rock Smash, so it's fitting he actually knows his own move. I want to see him use another move. Yep, Rock Throw. See if he'll use another one. Oh, there's Rock Smash. So he's only using 3 moves for us. Okay. Let's just... Unfortunately, we had an error during that boss fight. So the boss is gone. We got no drop. If this happens to you and you don't have the HM, you're just gonna have to continue without the HM and go again. Just... When you error on a boss while you're fighting it, the boss disappears. The warp will typically spawn, like it did here for us, but you don't get the drop. Now take my word for this, since you didn't get to see it happen, it will always drop the HM. It will always drop Rock Smash. So, a good thing I have my Linoon with me. It already has it. We can continue. But, sorry about that happening. But I think you would have known I would have beat that boss anyway. Okay, so this is the midpoint. This is basically the entrance to the depths, the deep Sauna Cavern. So, this gets a bit harder. You have to have Rock Smash with you. I have my Linoon, but for a lot of you that could either be your starter or Rattata, probably, if you've never gone through before. So, we're gonna check some things out here. We've got our storage. I think... Do I have any reviving items? Max revives. I don't want to bring those with. So I'm just gonna look at some stuff here. I've got Raw Scarf. I've got a random honey with me. Take care of that. Make some room. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Okay, so to move on, we're gonna break this rock. And let's continue. So this has the same kind of gimmick as actually Sour Root, where you need the HM. And perfect example of this right here. All the Pokemon are spawned into one tile. If this happens, make sure you use the strongest move you've got and just attack as hard as you can. We're going to see a lot of rock types here, along with some fire types, and I knocked all those out for some good XP. And this is why you need Rock Smash with you, to get through that. So, we've got 7 floors of this. We see Rhyhorn. It is not recruitable. It is not. I'll prove it. It is not. Nothing can be recruited in this area. So just remember that. There are actually items in the walls. In the walls, that are visible, you can find hard stones, and you can find metal coat. So, if you have a ghost, bring it for this part. We're running into traps. Okay, there we go. Healed up. There's very minimal amounts of lava here. It's mostly rocks and walls. Ooh. We're gonna turn around and aim this way. This is our best chance of knocking them out. And there we go. A lot of EXP. It's good. Luckily, they're not attacking me when I do that. If they did, it would be just a frenzy. We're seeing a lot of rocks. There's actually more rocks in this place than there were trees in Sour Root. Alright, we're just gonna move on. Hopefully the stairs are up here. I would imagine they are. Let's hope. Yep, there we go. Alright, we're more than halfway there. And the whole depths is the same kind of thing. Same gimmick, same looks, whole way. As you're seeing, there's actually more money in this part, in terms of groups. And hello, you can definitely see the onyxes. Okay, they're dead. This is where my Vibrava is actually doing really well. And if you don't have something super effective, you can still just constantly attack. Now, if you move, like I just did, and don't let them move, I mean, if you let them attack you when you move, they're gonna kill you, and that just happened to me. So, we're gonna try not to let that happen again. So, in order to stop them from attacking you, just keep attacking them. Don't let them attack you with the hit stun. Because otherwise, you're in a tight spot. Luckily, I got through that. I had to use a Revive Seed, but we got through that. Alright, so last floor. Just gonna kill them. Alright. And we are ready to go. This boss is very difficult, actually. This boss is not for your lower 20s. If you're in your 20s and manage to get Rock Smash, I wouldn't suggest trying this. Or if you do, store all your items, at least the important ones. Rhyperior, you see, has Earthquake, it has Dig, and he takes very minimal damage from even my super effective moves. So this is not going to go well for Vibrava. We're just going to keep trying with the hit stun though, but we are eventually going to run out of moves. There's Rock Slide, and I can kind of do a flinch. I can't speak right, flinch. There's Dig again. This obviously isn't going. I mean, I'm surviving, but oof. This is actually taking a bit. Come on. Oh boy, I'm running out of time in the video. Hang on, gonna pause a sec. Go down here. Okay, now let's go back to the fight. Although I'm pretty sure Vibrava, yeah, not doing too well. Let's see if I can lure him up here, because I need a switch or something. I'm out of moves, and I'm just not gonna beat him at this state. We're gonna give it another shot here. First, I know this spot's taking a while, but I'm actually trying not to use Hydreigon. I don't have Goodra with me, so we're gonna heal that. Then we're going to use Drift Limb and hope to get lucky. Let's fly to him first. See what he does. Clear Smogget. So if he has any stat boosts, they're gone. And we just paralyzed him. Unfortunately, the burn is killing Drift Limb. We're not going to revive it though, but that explosion there helped too. Alright. Let's finish this up. Yay! Way to go. Definitely a difficult boss, but I was able to do it with my highest level being 39 on that. So it is possible, you just gotta have a good strategy. So for drops, you saw 3 tiny mushrooms, but there's only one other drop it has, and that's the Protector. It very rarely can drop the Protector, which is, if you don't, I think you know this, but for those who maybe don't, Protector is what evolves Rhydon into Rhyperior. And this is the only place really to get Protector. But we got it. So there's no end box, just bosses with their drops. Alright, that got through there. Again, that is this Rhydon isn't too bad if you have some super effective moves. Rhyperior, a lot harder. A lot. So it's a good thing that the HM is only on the first part, not the second part. If you want to get missions for this place, or just simply want to beat it, you're going to have to beat Rhyperior. But, I mean, you can come back later. Something I didn't mention at the time, at that midpoint, you can just leave right there. If you've stored or an escape rope, you can use that, or just go back and leave. You can do that from that point. Or just store all your money and items, sorry, and hope to get through that second part. But I guess that's enough rambling. So that was Sauna Cavern and Deep Sauna Cavern. We've now got our second HM, which this opens up a lot for us. And I think the next place we're gonna go is going to be one of the most used training spots after you get the HM. We're going to be going to Mount Skylift, and that's for the next video. So until then, I will see you next time.